rumble in the air like thunder. This mad rock's gonna take you under. Like a shooting star blazing through the skies, and a fire burning in my eyes. I'm catching up to you and bring on the fire. Gonna blow you up like dynamite. Yeah, blow up like dynamite. I can feel this rush running through my veins, roaring over us down the cityscape. Can't nobody stop me like a mighty force of nature wreaking havoc in the sky. Oh yeah! Step on it, free will. We're gonna kick some shell. Speed demons up high. We're gonna make you cry. Step on it, free will. We're gonna make you yell. Mutant ninjas in the sky. You're gonna kiss your shell goodbye. Kiss your shell goodbye. Kiss your shell goodbye. I can feel this rush running through my veins, roaring over us down the cityscape. Can't nobody stop me like a mighty force of nature wreaking havoc in the sky. Yeah, havoc in the sky. your gentle voice I hear. Your words echo inside me. You said you long for me, that you love me, and I want to see it too. Feels just like I'm falling. Is there nothing I can do? Wonder if you hear my calling. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm there and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. One's gone to heaven now. Why won't you come back down? Does she have someone she loves more than me? I thought I could love you better. We were always together. If we took some time apart, you would finally know my heart. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm there and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. I fell in love with you, and now you're gone. There's nothing left within my lonely room without you. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I can't find you. I'm there and waiting for you. I'll wait forever for you. I'm there and waiting for you. Where are you? I cannot find you. I'm waiting for you. Where are you? I cannot find you. Waiting for you. Where are you? Where are you? Woo!
People of cyberspace land, what the hickory dickory dock is going on this day of the week? How is everybody doing today? What is up, Bear Band Subscription, and Will, and Grimaldo, and any lurkers out there in this land that is known as cyberspace? Hopefully all of you are doing fantastic on this day of the week. That was one of the best woos I've ever had. I try. I aim to please. That's the goal. I saw lots of discussion about, never paying full price for late pizza and all that stuff. I get it. All these points here are very valid. Everything that was discussed is very, very valid. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm exactly a 42,069. Interesting. Apologize, it took me a little longer to get going today. I literally just burned the freaking Scooby snacks out of everything on my face. I took a swig of my blazing hot water here. And strong, I appreciate that, Grimaldo. I appreciate that. This is one of my favorites. As I break everything known to man. Good old Gex. Shout out to any of you who are familiar with Gex. He's definitely an unsung hero. You know what I'm saying? I would love to play this game on stream at some point. I think that would be cool. I'd love to play through this one again. The Gex 2 and 3, they're both kind of collectathon style games, like, Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, or whatever, anything like that. But, Gex has a very Gex-like personality. He's just, he's just kind of he's just a dude. He's just a bro dude. And this was back in the day where, everyone, like, every game that came out had to have some kind of just be full of pop culture references and stuff like that. So anyway, this particular game, I'm trying to remember exactly what it is, if they're movies or what. You're like every world is like based on a different type of movie or whatever. And so, one of them's James Bond, and then there's a horror movie and all this kind of stuff. Which is the superior Gex? I'm not gonna lie, I have not played the third one. I got it not too terribly long ago, but I have not played it yet. I wanted to replay the second one before I played the third one. Let me see. Let me look up how long these games are. Howlongtobeat.com. Gex, Enter the Gecko. So, it's about 8 hours. That's the second one. What's the third one called? How about just Gex 3? Let's just search for that. Deep Cover Gecko. It's actually shorter. It's 7 hours. So these are totally streamable games. So that needs to happen at some point in the very near future, I believe. Oh my goodness gracious! Is that some kind of chat that needs to be pinned somewhere here? I believe it might be. I believe it very well might be. It's like TV shows and movies. Yes. It's also very similar. Bro, when we went and saw Jurassic Park 2 weeks ago at the Red Rock Amphitheater, and that particular scene played, it was actually comical how many people in the crowd were just cackling at that. Me being one of them. It's funny because every time something like a meme kind of thing happened in the movie, everyone just started cheering or laughing. It was great. Frick, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. That's so deeply unfortunate. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point in the near or distant future. That is what exactly that. Speaking of piles of things, well, this isn't really a pile, it's one game. I picked up one video game this past week, and this is in preparation for the month of October, in which we will be playing this video game. So this is the new, well, I guess it's not new at this point, it came out last year, but Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. So picked this up last week in preparation for spooky season, so we're going to be playing that. And crazy enough, no, the disc is flopping around. Just kidding. These fools. They need to bring back the foam inside the cases so that crap doesn't happen. Goodness gracious. But anyway, they're getting rid of all the physical media anyway. Who cares? 1,000 people in use, and that is one big pile of bag. Oh, it's great. It is great. I love that. Okay. I don't have anything else to discuss or talk about here, so we're just gonna dive into this video game, and we're gonna get back to it once I find my controller.
That is one big pile of
Scooby poops. Okay. We're gonna go back into this one. Total saves 1. I really believe I've saved way more times than just 1. Right? Just me? Okay. Okay. Let's do the do. And I did spoilers. I did verify what we need to do next here, so we're not completely stuck. But I believe, unless there's something I'm missing, we need to keep asking her about the buffalo, the restaurant that serves buffalo meat. Because if you recall, so let's do a little recap of what's happened so far. So there was another, what are they called? Runners? Is that what they're called? Another one of your comrades, your coworkers, that he was murdered by a snatcher. And we found his decapitated person in an abandoned old factory. Was it a factory or warehouse? Whatever, same thing ish, kind of. Our little companion Metal Gear did a scan of his stomach, found that he had buffalo meat in his stomach that was about 3 hours digested or whatever. So meaning, and the snatchers got away and whatever. So we're trying to find the restaurant that he went to that is within like a 3 hour-ish parameter of the area that serves buffalo meat. So that is what we're doing. So let us proceed. Sometimes you gotta ask him more than once, right? Bro, if there was infinite time, you could easily have a literal million effects from the Jurassic Park, Ace Ventura, and 90. My brother, not a day goes by that I do not think about this. I truly wish the barrier of entry of creating one of these things wasn't a multi-hour extravaganza. I mean, to be fair, it's like a 1 to 2 hour deal, right? Depending on how complex it is. If it's something stupid, then it might take longer. But yeah. Okay. What's happening here? Let's put my mouse cursor in the right spot and do the do here. I love how Ace Ventura parks his cars by flipping them over like 6 times. Same. Rock hard same. Oh, that's right. Napoleon might know something. Who the H is Napoleon? Let's ask about Napoleon. That Chinese informant Gene was using. He's known him ever since he was a science cop. Go on. Well, I've heard about him, but I've never met him. Paul, what is going on? How's it going? Quick pop in on work break. Hopefully work is going fantastic. May you not have to deal with any crazy people on this day of the week. Well, I've heard about him, but never met him. Why don't you track him down? After all, it is about Gene. He must have left some kind of clue, a video phone number or something. Okay, let's look up Let's go to the thingies, and look up Napoleon. And see. Okay. So we're gonna go to the computer room. No crazies for me today. That's great. That's great. What a blessing from the high heavens. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. When we were in Denver, we went like I said, a lot of times whenever we travel, we like to stop at like a local video game store and a local bookstore. And in the local bookstore, I picked up the little engine that could coaster. Thought it's like, it's stone, feels very nice, but this was one of my favorite books when I was a wee lad, so I figured that was a good thing to put here on the desk-a-rooney. You know what I'm saying? This is in fact a sick computer room. If like in my dreams, could my computer room look like this? Like one can only imagine what the H is going on that wall, and what all the buttons are on the ceiling. I appreciate that, Will. I see you are a fellow the little engine that could connoisseur, so or slash coaster connoisseur. So I appreciate that. Okay, so we are going to use Jordan. We got to insert our junk into him there in the slot. And then we are going to load an ID file. Okay. Napoleon. I can see myself dabbling in the coaster verse. I try not to, the coaster thing can get a little cuckoo pants. I did bring back from the last, not the last one, a couple conventions ago, I brought my wife back. I don't remember what it's like, some kind of laser etching machine or something that these people have, but they make different things out of stone. So they'll just have like a block of stone, and they'll do like laser etching of different things in it. But it is, it's the box art for Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow in coaster form, stone coaster form. So they look really cool, but yeah, every once in a while I'll bring back some, a little coaster. There is a slight coaster collection running in this household. Apologies if this has come up before, but have you played Policenauts as well? No, I have not. And speaking of that, great, Napoleon is not. Okay, so we're gonna have to go talk to somebody else. Hold that thought really quick. I did get this. It is it's like a reproduction. Like, it's one of those things where it's like the English translation of the game reproduction on disc. This is obviously the oh frick, that was there, that came shooting out of there. That's interesting. But yeah, so at some point I would in fact like to play this on stream. I've played Snatcher before. It's been several years since I've played it, but I have never played Policenauts. Sorry, holding this way out of the frame. But pretty cool. Pretty cool here. So anyway, we'll get there someday. Nice trick. Yeah, I mean, if anybody asks me a question that triggers a show and tell moment, then, by all means here. Frick, my tongue is exploding with death. I'm gonna do one of these little Listerine things. They make me just feel so fresh, you know what I'm saying? with my already blistered tongue. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, like I said, but and I actually don't know anything about this game. From what I've heard, it is Snatcher is better than this, but it's still very cool. And apparently it's mouse compatible, so that's cool. Oh, this is the people who made it. Project Retro Games. So if you're interested, I think it might be projectretrogames.com. Go check them out. They have a lot of I love these reproduction things that it's like somebody has taken some kind of like, English translation patch or whatever, and just made a nice little package. Does this have a manual? No way. Oh, it does. No way. Holy snickerdoodles. Well, if I can get it out. Look at that. Wow, this is like somebody did like an English translation of the manual. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's play a video game here. I apologize. ADHD is quite a thing. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, Napoleon, great. So let's get out of here. We got to start
On
asking
November
people
12th,
about
2024,
Napoleon.
MichaelK said, "Oh, I'm such a doofus. I forgot how to play this game."
That seems to be the case every single week we do a live stream here on this channel. Okay, let's go talk to the chief and see if he knows anything about good old Napoleon. Ask about Napoleon. ADHD is really real. Where's my water? Speaking of baseball. Yeah, I leave myself little like breadcrumbs all over the place so I remember to do things. Sometimes it backfires on me, so I'll be doing one thing. Have you guys seen what is it? It's from Malcolm in the Middle. It's a clip from Malcolm in the Middle, where Bryan Cranston I don't want to pull an ADHD and go like watch this right now, but it's just so good. If enough people want to see it, you can convince me. That's the informant that Gibson was using. Only he knew anything about him. Great. Gibson. So maybe if we go back to the detective room, there's something in here. Look, I hope Jordan knows. I don't think he does, Romaldo. I really don't think he does. There's a code hanging inside. I mean, we've already done all this, but now that we've unlocked the Napoleon thing, who knows? All bets are off. Investigate. Nothing else in the coat. Investigate. There was nothing in. Okay, let's. But I mean, we've already done this. But who knows? We're gonna use a key. And we're gonna open the drawer. Open that little drawer there, and then we're gonna investigate the drawer. We already did that. Stop yelling at me, game. Okay. Let's yes. I appreciate that there's a little detail of you closing the stuff and putting it back the way it was so that the next time it's like a continuity thing, I feel like, because the next time you come in the room, then it's closed. This is Engineer. Oh, Gillian, I hear you're doing a pretty good job. Let's talk about good old Napoleon. Napoleon, I'm drinking it right now. Frick. There are numbers written on the label. It said, You don't say. Wait. Oh, I freaking wrote this down. I wrote this down last week. I wrote those numbers down because it seemed like it was going to be important. Napoleon. Maybe it has some connection with the informer that Gene was using. Perhaps it is a video phone number. All right, let's use the video phone. All right, so we are going to call 395644. Oh. The revolution. Please input using the cursor. I'll be seeing you. Look me up again if you've done your homework. Remember when all you had to do to call someone was the last digit of the 3-digit code and the 4 numbers, like 8, 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know that I ever had to do that. Trying to remember. I don't know that I had to do that. Now what are you going to do? Try and figure out. Maybe that was just how it was shorthand. You know, that it sounds very familiar, but I don't remember doing that. Why is that? That's so strange. Ask metal number. Oh, well, that's cool. I have lived 26.5 years since the 90s ended. Wow, that's rough. Okay, what do I need to know about the freaking... Oh my gosh. Revolution. Okay, so let's go... When in doubt, go to the computer room and just start looking. The thing that makes this difficult, right? We're going to use Jordan again. Just hop all up in there. The thing that makes this difficult is that you're actually entering stuff. You can't just like blindly select things. Okay, let's load fact file. Focus wheel, don't let Mike's ADHD trigger your Okay. Revolution. History. The catastrophe of World War III. Let's just look through some of this stuff. Revolution. Snatchers. Revolution. Neokobe. Transportation. Mother of pearl. Culture science. Science. Oh my goodness, there's more stuff deep down inside. Mars research. This is crazy. Unmanned probe in 1997. Unmanned probe retrieves data on Mars, asteroids, and comets. Project initiated by Eastern European nations. Unmanned robot production facility on Mars, June 2010. First satellite put into permanent Mars orbit. Wow, it's very detailed. There's a lot of information here. Politics? City isolation policy, north-south problem, Freeman immigration problems, outer districts. let's just look at some of these. Catastrophe. On June 6, 1996, a mysterious explosion destroyed the Chernobyl research facility near Moscow. The explosion released a biological weapon called Lucifer Alpha, which had been under development by the old Soviet regime, into the atmosphere, creating the greatest biohazard in history. Within 1 week, the bacteria spread throughout Eastern Europe and Eurasia, killing 80% of the population there. 6 months later, Lucifer Alpha suddenly mutated into a non-lethal form. Northern Eurasia, now an unpopulated wasteland, was designated and remains a United Nations neutral zone to prevent unauthorized exploitation. Since the disaster, which has become known simply as the catastrophe, hundreds of research papers have been published purporting to reveal its causes, but the real reason behind it remains unknown. Was there not something... A war? Oh, World War III. 14 years after the catastrophe, war broke out over possession of northern Eurasia, left uninhabited by the disaster. Conservative Soviet leaders who managed to survive the catastrophe received military support from China and launched an invasion of the region. Nevertheless, Western economic sanctions forced the Chinese to withdraw this support, leading to victory for Western forces. Ending just 6 months later after this became known as the Half-Year War. I'm not about to go through here and read every single thing in here, although I find it would be interesting. Yeah. Siberia neutral zone left uninhabited by the catastrophe. The United Nations has controlled the bulk of Siberian territory for the past 50 years, prohibiting any outside interference. After effects of Lucifer Alpha contamination are expected to prevent any plant or animal life from flourishing there for the next 50 years. In order to prevent reoccurrence of something like World War III, the United Nations has set up extensive monitoring stations on the borders of the region. All right. I'm going back to my little walkthrough video here. Smiley pants. Play. Okay, we talked about Napoleon. Don't mind me. We called him. And I gotta do some research. He went back to Mika at the front. FBI, open up! Jeez. Okay. So we're in the right place. Okay, brother is just looking up a bunch of random things. Great. Yep. Wait, what? Uh-huh. Did I spell Napoleon wrong? What the heck? Everybody calm down. Oh, during history. Let's see. One day I'm gonna show up at your house and do that IRL during the stream. Enter name. On. What? Why the heck didn't that work before? Am I hallucinating? Was I in the wrong place? Okay. The little corporal, emperor of a brilliant military strategist, he deposed the French Directory in 1799 and proclaimed himself first consul, saying the famous line, "The revolution is ended." Later, he proclaims himself emperor. His military and political might gripped continental Europe, but failed to encompass Great Britain. After a disastrous winter campaign in Russia, having been exiled to Island Elba, he escaped briefly, regained power, and was ultimately defeated at Waterloo and exiled for life to the island of St. Helena. Ending his final 100-day reign, his codification of laws, the Napoleonic Code, still forms the basis of French civil law. I think we found the passwords that Napoleon is looking for. I see this guy's really defiant. Wait, what was... Huh? I forgot what he was asking for. Frick. I forgot what he was asking for. Revolution what? Dadgummit. On. Frick. A guy is just going to take pictures of this. Like some kind of rookie here, because I can't remember anything. I don't know what we're supposed to be looking for here as the password. So, you know, imagine if we were doing this back when the game came out. You know, a guy would have to take all these pictures, and then maybe it is Waterloo. I don't remember what about the revolution we were talking about. Okay. The background beeping with the computer is really messing with my brain right now. It is interesting. It is quite interesting. Okay, let's get out of here. Make like a tree and get out of here. And we're gonna go. Oh no, we're just gonna hang on. No, we're not gonna do any of that. Well, I guess we are gonna do that. Whatever. Okay, and we're going to do another video call. And, all right, let's use the video phone. Ask metal number Napoleon. It's about as funny as a screen door in a battleship. What about Napoleon? It's about him. Oh, really? It doesn't just call? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. What was it? 3, 9, 5, 6, 6, 4, 4. What, you again? What do you want? More information? That's right. I need your help. Why don't we get the password out of the way first? The revolution. Please input using the cursor. Waterloo? But I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to look. Let's just see if that's it. Water. Let's see. Nope. Okay. That's totally wrong. I'll be seeing you. Hang on. Let's try this again. Remember the code. Try to remember the code that we saw on Jordan, which I took pictures of with my futuristic camera device. Let's call him back. He's going to be less than thrilled to hear from us immediately again, but here we are. The revolution. Maybe it's has ended? The revolution. Oh, you can enter spaces. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe it is. Maybe it in fact is that. The revolution has in fart on my face. Ended. Has ended. Boom. What? Okay. Goodness gracious. Let's see. He proclaimed himself first counsel saying the famous line, "The revolution has ended." Later, he proclaims himself emperor.
On April 1st, 2024, MichaelK said, "My fists are needles."
Coalition. Maybe, is it the full thing? The revolution has ended? I'm ready to call a brother back. Call a brother back. I even have his number memorized now. You know what I'm saying? Wait, whoa, the password changed. The passwords he's looking for. Okay. The 100-year reign? Is it just the 100-day reign? Let's see if the password is reign. Oh my goodness gracious. Ha-ha! Okay, you seem pretty real to me after I asked you several times what the password was and you finally answered. Meet me at Alton Plaza in the EXG district. I'll see you there. Okay. EXG district. Plaza. Okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to get out of here. Don't call. And we're going to hurl our butts into our car. Get on in our turbo cycle. I'm head out, check on a few things. I got a couple of leads. Really, don't worry yourself over Gene, okay? Thanks. How are you and your wife doing? I haven't talked to her in a while. Not even on the video phone? No. You shouldn't leave her alone like that. That's right. Come to think of it, I have her number written down at home. I bet she's pretty lonely. I'm sure you're right. Thanks. Be careful, Gillian. I feel like I should go to my house and get my wife's phone number so I can give her a ring-a-ding-a-ling. We've boarded the turbo cycle. Where would you like to go? See, this is one of those things where we could just like we could go here, and then I'm sure there's a bazillion things to explore here. We're just gonna get her number. We're just gonna get her number because it seems like that's something we should do, right? We've arrived at your apartment. Exit turbo cycle. This was totally on the way to the plaza anyway, right? This is your building, Gillian. Wow, you mean I have a place to live too? Please tone it down, Gillian. I know you've lost your memory, but isn't that carrying the act a bit too far? Just trying to make things a little more fun for the folks playing the game. Let's go inside, baby. Sweet door. All right, this is your living room. For a widower, the room seems rather tidy. I'm quite impressed. Don't you ever shut up, or you programmed to evaluate my personal life too? My duty is to support you and observe that you are properly carrying out your responsibilities as a junker. Some observer, you mean informer, right? Well, one could put it that way. I love the pixel art in this game. It's so good. Like it is top tier pixel art. It's so good. I guess let's look around the room. I see nothing noteworthy here. Oh geez, I'm sorry. I lead such an ordinary life. Please do not get upset. You know that is not what I meant. No interest in women. That's most unfortunate. What? You shut up. I can't believe I'm hearing this from a robot. I read no emotion. There is nothing here besides us. Of course it is. It's my apartment. I lead a very dreary life. Enter the bathroom. We're in the bathroom. Let's look at the bathroom. Look around the room. It appears to be a very standard bathroom. A low-cost, energy-conserving unit-type sink and shower has been installed. Would you look at that? Low cost. Well, excuse me. Let's look at this thing. There is a bottle of perfume and a razor. Let's look at the perfume. It's Jamie's favorite perfume. It's almost as if her scent still lingers in the air. She'll be back someday, I promise you. Well, excuse me, princess. I'd actually love to play that game. Totally unironically. Warts and all. I'd love to play that game. Although, there's a guy that I watched a video, or he was on a live stream I was watching a few years back, and he, like, that was, for those of you who don't know, we're talking about, there were 2 Legend of Zelda games that came out for the Philips CDI, and it's like a side-scrolling game with like really, really cringe FMV and stuff and dialogue, and it's just, it plays like garbage. It's just, you know, total trash tier game. I don't remember exactly the story behind why Nintendo allowed them to use the Zelda property, and also they made a Mario game called Hotel Mario. And as far as I know, all of these games are trash tier. But I've always wanted to play that one, or that Zelda game, and they this guy, he that was his Zelda game growing up. He had a CDI, was like one of the 4 people that had that, and that was the Zelda game that he played growing up, and so he's super nostalgic for it. And he actually, if you've seen the game, it's like really clunky and difficult to play, but he's actually gone back and was like basically like rebuilding the game and making it better. It was a deal for the SNES CD add-on that fell through. That's what I thought. I thought I had something to do with that. But yeah. It's the latest micro laser feather type. Gillian, why don't you try shaving? Let's investigate the perfume. Le smell de l'amour. That's right, it's Jamie's favorite. Where the heck would her phone number be? Investigate. Sorrow of a lonely man. Still, there must be some reason why this fellow is living alone, even though he is over 30. This is. I am. All right. I'm not knowing. Shelf? Gillian, there's a photograph on the shelf. Yes, it's a very special picture for me. Let's investigate said photo. Look at that. There's some numbers written on the back. And my pen has given up the ghost. Fantastic. Let's grab another probably horrific pen. Wife. What's her name? I forgot already. 393444. All right. Yes, that's the number for Jamie. Haha. Jamie. Why don't you try giving her a call? Would you let me handle my own personal life? Don't mind if I do. Okay. 393444. 393444. You just made me that I realize that I have never once used a pen until it was completely out of ink. Isn't that disturbing? Hang up. Hey. Let's have a really in-depth conversation here. So how are you doing? I'm getting by all right. How about you, Gillian? Are you eating properly? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I missed your great Paschetti, though. Just hang up. Paschetti. That's cute. You still call it that? How's your job going, Jamie? Are you still working at Kobe Pharmaceuticals? Yes, this work really suits me. I almost feel like I've been doing it for years. Any sign your memory may be coming back? I'm afraid not. I can't remember anything about living together with you or having fun together. What about you, Gillian? It's the same for me. I can't remember anything from before I woke up in that bed in the army hospital. That's rough, man. Snatcher. Has anything funny happened to you lately? Gillian, if I was a Snatcher, could you kill me? Why are you asking me questions like that? Well, I don't know. I really don't. I've always liked the part of your personality, but Gillian, be careful. It could get you killed in that job if you're doing. Dream. What kind of dreams have you had lately? Are you still seeing that same one? Yes, it's that same one over and over. That one, huh? Yes. I'm carrying a child and running from a fire. But no matter how much I run, the fire doesn't get any farther away. Then what? It gets hotter and hotter until I can't stand it. Then I leave the child and run. You leave the child? And the flames grow brighter and grow and grow. And what about the kid? The child is as cold as ice. Why don't you record that thing for me with the dream recorder? Oh, I want to see the same dream as you. No, I hate that dream. I wouldn't want anyone else to see it. But Jamie, it might have something to do with our past. That conversation sure escalated very quickly for sure. That reminds me, I had this whack dream last night. I was basically like in a James Bond kind of movie. I was some kind of spy or something, and I was just like I was running from the enemy, if you will, and I was at one point very concerned for my safety, but then I realized that I was going to be in a sequel, or I was going to be in the sequel, so it wasn't a big deal, and I was going to survive, so I could just do whatever. And then at that point, the dream kind of broke, and I woke up. It just totally broke. The logic broke. Anyway. What are you talking about, Gillian? Well, I bet you're not. Oh my. Of course not. I don't wear any underwear when I sleep. Aha! So that means, Jamie, look out. There's a big roach on your bed. Ah, where? It just went under the sheets. Really? Yeah, you better pull those sheets off quickly. Or where? Where is it? Hurry, Jamie. Oh, I can't stand this. Ah, where is it? Jamie, you got to pull those sheets back quickly. The sheets, everything. Pull. Gillian? There's no roach, is there? You never change, do you? Yo. Oh, let's talk about our feelings. Jamie, I'm not sure how to say this, but I really want to make up with you. I want to try again. Please don't say that, Gillian. Right now, I think the two of us are better off apart. I'm sure of it. Your job. Looks like this junker business is more dangerous than I thought it would be, Gillian. But it's still not as bad as boot camp. I'm a lot more relaxed working like this as a junker. Aren't you pushing yourself too hard? Well, it's pretty scary sometimes, but now I've got a definite goal, something to live for. I was really surprised when I heard you'd become a junker. I'm sorry. It was really hard for me to try to tell you. That's all right. Besides, we live near each other. We can meet anytime. Call me if anything comes up, okay? All right. Dreams are weird. I don't remember mine from last night, but I do remember waking to my alarm and thinking it was a nice dream. I used to keep a dream journal, but I don't anymore. I never researched any of it or talked to anyone about it, so it just phased out. Yeah, I've thought about doing that too. Always kind of thought that would be cool. I rarely, honestly, have dreams where like anything is happening necessarily. It's always like I have reoccurring places that I will visit in dreams, like different houses and different places like that. And there's nothing happening there. Literally nothing happening there. It's usually like, for some reason, I'm like visiting just like an empty house, and I'm trying to figure out where the video games are going to go. So, yeah. Do with that information what you will, I guess. Snatcher. Jamie, you should probably stay indoors at night. That's when snatchers are most active. It's dangerous. I'll be fine, Gillian. Why would they ever go after me? They only want VIPs, right? Real world problems in the dream world, exactly. Are there any possessions we need to show? Check out my money. Look at this chess piece. That's a chess piece. I just like this kind of stuff in games like this. I just imagine if this conversation was actually happening, and just like the whiplash of some of these different things that are being said and how it doesn't faze anybody. I also have reoccurrence places for me. It's usually a gas station restaurant combo, a beach, and video stores. That's cool. That's cool. Dreams are so weird because I'll be in another house where everything is familiar, or I know people a lot more deeper, as if I knew them in real life. That's interesting too. Yeah, it's all very, very interesting. Yeah, I feel like I'm rarely having dreams where like something happens. It's just I'm just in a place, and like it's like I know that I've been there before. Like, you know, in Dreamland, I know that I've been there before. It's like this place again. So I don't know. We probably shouldn't ask out on a date. Jamie, it was good talking to you. Take care. Bye. Talk to you later, Gillian. Bye. Okay, we did a good deed here. All right, so let's don't call, and let's get back in our tricycle. Exit. Bro, I love the aesthetic of this city. That pixel, that is everything. That is literally everything right there. Okay. And we are going to enter the turbo cycle. We've boarded the turbo cycle. Where would you like to go? Well, we are going to Alton Plaza. All right, now heading to Alton Plaza. All right. We've arrived at Alton Plaza. Exit turbo cycle. Okay. We are going to the EXG district. It's a lot of Blade Runner, but it's got its own sauce to it. It's like, yeah, it's definitely like Blade Runner and Terminator with just kind of like its own sauce smeared all over it, you know? This is Alton Plaza. This place is well known as a rendezvous spot for couples. Is Napoleon here yet? I can't stand waiting unless it's for a woman. Okay, let's just take it all in. Take it all in. Let's look at the area. The whole area is decked out in the Christmas mood. I always like year end. I enjoy the warm atmosphere of the season. You're quite a romantic, aren't you? Well, I guess. Yeah, neon. Look, some of the letters are burned out on that great meals sign over there. Eat me. What's it say? Why don't you read it yourself, Gillian? Advertising display. They're advertisements on all the buildings. They put those ads on everything, but nobody reads them. Show window. Year-end shopping ideas are on display. Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Doo-Doo. Nearby people. It's the holiday season. People are moving busily here and there. Let's investigate some stuff. We're going to investigate the area. Even though it is crowded, everything seems smooth and orderly during this time of year. Oh, the guy who was on the phone is headed this way. Is that him? Ah, there he is. Send Napoleon home. Let's look at Napoleon. He's called Napoleon, but he's ethnic Chinese. Was that background music a funky version of Jingle Bells, or I'm losing? Yes, it is. In fact, Will, it is. It's the Christmas season apparently here in Neo Kobe. You can see the Christmas tree there behind Napoleon to his right. Huh. We already looked at Napoleon. Let's investigate Napoleon. Hey, what do you think you're doing searching me? Okay, let's talk to Napoleon. Before that, how about if you show me your Junker ID? All right. Here's my junk. So you're the real thing, eh? Yeah, da, 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 da. But with that little walking trash can with you, you stick out like a sore thumb anyway. Everybody's probably figured it out by now. Hey, watch it. So, what do you want me for? Well. Let's talk about you. Tell me more about yourself. That right. One of these days, I'll tell you why I'm called Napoleon. Okay, let's not talk about you. Let's talk about Gibson. Did something happen to Gibson? All right. Let's talk about Buffalo Cuisine Restaurant. Jeez, asking me out of the blue like that, something happened? Goodness gracious, gravy pants. Well, you got to let me in on what's happening here before I can tell you anything. All right. Let's talk about me first. I'm the new Junker. My name's Gillian Seed. Oh, yes, another one trying to hurry to his grave. All right, let's talk about Gibson. Gibson was killed by Snatcher. Do you know anything about it? What? Gibson got killed? He said something about Snatchers being after him. Too bad a good old Gibson. That was a shocker. Maybe it's about time I thought about changing my line of work. About arrest? What a pain. Why don't we just arrest this guy? All right. So now let's continue asking about Gibson. Did you notice anything unusual about Gibson lately? Who knows? I didn't hear much from him for a while. He said he'd found something big about Snatchers, but he didn't tell me what it was. I'm really busy. Just get to the point, okay? Gibson ate buffalo somewhere just before he was killed. Any ideas? Follow his trail and use a little intuition. Do you know any places that serve buffalo? Since that prohibition on shooting buffalo went into effect, almost nobody will touch the stuff. Well, I may have a few ideas, but I'm not a charity, you know. Go on. Hey, man's got to earn a living, know what I mean? How about a little more generosity on your part? What the freaking heck? Let's use some cash money. Here, take it. Well, thank you. Now, what do you know about a Buffalo Cuisine restaurant? It's the only place in Neo Kobe that serves buffalo. Yeah, there's a masquerade club called Outer Heaven. I'm pretty sure they serve buffalo. Outer Heaven, you say? Outer Heaven. Look at that. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Let's ask about Outer Heaven. It's quite a famous hangout in that particular industry. It's like a big masquerade party. Customers have to wear masks or whatever, or they can't get in. That makes the place pretty popular with a lot of VIPs in a lot of high places. does Kojima only have like 10 names to work with? It's funny because I mean, in this game in particular, they straight up reference like this is like the Metal Gear universe. Like that is Metal Gear, like that is the past of this game. So it's like there's a lot of cool little nods to the Metal Gear series and stuff in all throughout this game. So I mean that kind of explains some of the stuff, you know, but still. Okay. So I need a place to get a mask. Okay, but first, let's know where about the club. To get in there, you got to have a mask from over at Plato's Cavern. I don't think they knew they should. Oh yeah, so that was. It's just a brief little tidbit. When you get your little companion robot Metal Gear, dude says that specifically he named him after, you know, Metal Gear from the Metal Gear series. So like, you know, from and referencing that happening in the past, all that stuff happening in the past. So I thought that was a cool little detail. And it's funny because when he first walks onto the screen, he's like walking on the other side of a wall and you see just the shadow at first and it looks gigantic. And then he you know, kind of walks on the screen and he's very small. So I think that would have been like actually super cool if you had played Metal Gear games prior to playing this, and then suddenly, you know, that little reference, pretty cool. Okay, you got to get a mask from over at Plato's Cavern. So let's make a note about Plato's. This freaking pin can kiss my buns. I'm about to crash out over all these pins that are busted. Okay, let's try this again. Plato's Cavern. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. Plato's Cavern. Okay. Let's talk about Plato's Cavern now. It's a black market where you can buy without a permit. They've got absolutely everything there. I think Gibson stopped by there quite a bit himself. Why don't you visit the place? You might find some leads. All right. Is there anything else we can talk about? I think we might be good. I think, Napoleon, get out of here. Get out of my face. Call me again if you need something. Don't mind if I do. There he goes. Okay. Look for... Well, let's look for Napoleon. Frick. Advertising. Neon signs. Nearby people. We've already done all that. Frick. Maybe he needs to tell us where Plato's Cavern actually is so we can walk there or something. Unless we have to drive there. I don't know. I didn't think about that, but let's see. Freaking Napoleon. Great. Okay. Maybe we can ride our turbo cycle there. Yeah, da 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 do. Okay, we've boarded the turbo cycle. Well, he's tired of Gillian's nonsense. Exactly. Okay, that was nowhere to do in there. Nowhere to do. Zero to do. Okay. You still have not made an appointment to see Napoleon. Okay, well, let's try this again. Yeah, da, 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 da. Okay. Let's get a call going here. Get Napoleon on the horn.
On June 3rd, 2025, MichaelK said, "Should I be concerned about all my friends getting slayed before my very eyes?"
What's that? What was that? Was that Astrobot? Okay. All right. I guess let's keep poking around out here. The whole area is decked out. We've already done that. There's neon signs everywhere. It looks like the electronic parade. Land. Advertisements. Many couples are happy looking over merchandise windows. They're talking about Christmas presents, I'm sure. How nice. I hope to receive some presents too. How about you, Gillian? Of course, I want some. What would you like to receive? A new navigator, a real babe with no mouth circuits, you know. Nearby people. It's the holiday season. People are moving busily through here and there. You need to use a video phone to contact Napoleon if you want to meet him. Every time I call a brother, he doesn't freaking answer. Yatta-doo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. There are neon signs in numerous languages. It looks like a sign factory. Yeah, with all these signs, you can't see the stars. Frick. A couple of things. June 3rd was a Wednesday, and the day before that, quote, you were playing Doom. Interesting. Black-a-dig-a-doo. Interesting. Oh, it's 2025. I was about to say, I don't remember streaming on a Wednesday. Most are of the hologram display type. Oh, Maya display. Where? Over there, under the large billboard. What are you talking about? Those are tights. There's nothing unusual in the area. All is calm and peaceful. You still have not made an appointment. You need to use a video phone to contact. Okay, so let's try calling him again. Yatta-doo. Yatta-doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Let's call 39564. Come on, baby. Come on. Mother of Pearl. Maybe if I leave the area and come back, everything will be better. The world will be a better place. Okay, let's do that. Heading to Gene Jack Gibson's house. June 5th, 2025 was in fact Astrobot. Look at that. I can't believe I remembered that. Usually these quotes, I have literally no context whatsoever, but here we are. Let's just look. Let's just take a look. This is Gibson's house. But we're not going to do anything here just yet. Astrobot, by the way, one of the more pleasing games we've had the privilege of witnessing on stream. Yeah, that game is it's a lot of fun, and it's gorgeous. I feel like you can just tell that the team that made that they had a lot of fun, and I greatly appreciate that. I love it when a game, you know, not only is the game fun, but it sounds great, it looks great, all the boxes have been checked. Presentation is everything. You know, I can even really like a not super great game if the presentation is excellent, you know. Okay, now we're back here. Let's see if we can call a brother. Maybe you can't call him from here. If you can't call him from here, we'll just have to go somewhere else and call him. 395-644. And we answer. You dingus. All right, get me out of here. Let's go back to Gibson's house and call him from there. I think my favorite games so far have been Astrobot, The Puppeteer, Security Breach, and A Hat in Time. I'm sure there are more, but those just sit freshly in my happy place. Yeah, those have definitely been highlights for me as well. Probably Puppeteer is still my favorite game that we've played on stream. I mean, that is such a great game. It is so good. It is so freaking good. I made a short, like a social media short, and on YouTube. Like after we played that, whenever the heck that was, when was that? Was that 2023? 2024? And it still randomly gets comments all the time of people singing the praises of that game. But yeah, that absolutely became my favorite PlayStation 3 game. Hands down, no questions asked. Okay, let's call a brother. I always love it when Saturn stuff gets streamed and stuff like this. Yeah, the Saturn's my favorite console of all time. So it holds a special place in my heart. So I like getting into the Saturn games for sure. And it's interesting because while I do like playing a lot of new Saturn games, I also like revisiting Saturn games that I've played 100 times, you know. Ha ha! What do you want? More information? That's right. I need your help. Why don't we get the password out of the way first? What again? Sorry, but there's a million ways to trick somebody over one of these video phones. Got to play it safe. Not wrong. The 100-day rain. Puppeteer was in fact PS3 only. September 2, 2023. That's crazy. I can't believe that was that long ago. Yeah, Puppeteer. Puppeteer is one of those games. So, now that Sony has closed the PlayStation 3 store, if somebody wanted to legally go get Puppeteer, they could not download it. They would have to go get the disc off of eBay, and that game has, last I checked, that game had doubled in value since. I forgot where I bought it actually. I'm pretty sure I got it at, I think I got it locally. I think I either got it at Game Exchange or my local game store. I can't quite remember. One or the other. I think it was Game Exchange. And it was not. I think when I got it, it was like $65. And let me look at sold listings for this game now. complete. One sold recently for $100. Well, that was an auction, so that's kind of. But usually the buy it nows for that game are like 160, 180, 189, 200. That's wild. It's running 250, 400. Yeah, this is crazy. Wild. So yeah, that's unfortunate about that game because that game is so good, and like that kills me. That I mean, the move would be to download an ISO of it and play it on an emulator, or like hack your PS3 and put the ISO on there or whatever. But it sucks that for people who, they're not going to do something like that. They don't know how, they can't, that, there's just no way. There's no way for them to experience a game like that. That is a game that 100% deserves a re-release big time in some capacity. I would 100%, if there was a remaster of that game, I would 100% play it day one. Okay. So now we go back to the plaza and look for Napoleon. Yada-doo. There's another PS3 game that I would like to play at some point. It's called, what is it called? 3D Dot Game Heroes. And it's like it's basically like a Zelda clone, but everything, it's like a Zelda clone mixed with Minecraft before Minecraft was a thing. So everything's very like blocky, like 3D pixel art. So it looks like a lot of fun. I came across it not too long ago and I picked it up because it's another one of those kind of like Puppeteer, kind of like sought after PS3 exclusive games that's never been released. So I'm not much into gaming anymore, but I would strongly consider buying it on Switch if that somehow ever became an option. I know it'll never happen. Yeah, I don't know who even owns the rights to that game, but yeah. Unfortunately, here we are. Okay. Whoosh. Let's look for Napoleon. I don't see anyone who looks like Napoleon. Shall we wait for a few minutes? Goodness gracious. Yeah, do. I mean, we have looked at all the people and neon signs so many times. Let's investigate nearby people. Scooby-Doo. So has anybody been playing anything good or watching anything good? What's everybody been up to? Napoleon has arrived. Okay. What can I do for you this time, Junker Boy? I need some information. Well, that works out nicely. That's my line of business. Okay. I need to know where the heck to go. Where is this Plato's Cavern? Location of store. Where is it? There's a sign right over there. Check it out yourself. Why don't you ever tell me anything straight out? Why don't you take a good look around the area? What are you freaking talking about? I am going to crash out if I exit this conversation and I look around and I cannot find it and I have to leave here and call him again. You don't need any permits either. So it is a bit on the dangerous side. That's literally all I was missing, was just that one thing. All right. I mean, I'm not doing this for fun, you know. Because we did not actually get the location of the club either. So, I'm going to use some of my hard-earned cash. Okay, so we're going to ask about the location of the club. It's on 17th Street in the HS District. Roger that. Okay, so we got the location of the club. We got the location of the store. Sorry, the only place I know is there's nothing. Oh, we are okay. Yeah. Yes, the club is Outer Heaven. My bad. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, go on, Napoleon. Let's look around. Okay, let's look at it. The whole area is decked out. And it goes, even though it's crowded, everything seems smooth and orderly this time of year. You... Where the H am I going? Pardon my language. It doesn't appear that I can freaking do anything else. Oh, he's back. What happened? She gave me tissues. 3 little packs. I see passing out advertising. Was she? Wait a minute. It was a bit. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? Passing out advertising. Was she? Wait a minute. There's a video phone number printed on the back. Okay. Ad in Plaza is 556666. You know that you mentioned what we're watching. I just realized I'm also in a bit of a watching funk. I realize I really need to find a captivating show to binge. Yeah. Trying to think of anything that I've seen recently that Love Line. Oh, great. Anything I've seen recently that yeah, I don't know. You could probably, you know, watch like a trailer or some of this stuff, but and I cannot remember what that's the worst thing about all this stuff is trying to remember which freaking platform all these things are on. The Bear is really good. The Pit is very good. Both of those are more kind of like serious shows, I guess. Here, Pluribus is great. We need to get back into that. My wife and I did start that, and then something else that we were waiting on, waiting for the next season to come out, came out, and then we switched to that, and we haven't switched back, so we need to switch back. I just feel like, wait, there's an advertisement for that Plato's Cavern that Napoleon was talking about. Geez, look at all the pretty. No way I can. Oh. I'm sorry? The new Reacher is out. I need to watch. I have not seen any of the Reacher stuff. I feel like I should. Gillian, you're on duty. Oh yeah, that one over there. What is happening? Strike one. I don't know if this is needed. Okay, let's try her over there. Gillian, I'll tell Jamie on you. Hey, you, haven't we met somewhere? Yes, right here. Now get away from me. Strike two. What about strike three? All right, let's give this pretty little Gillian. Never learns. Wait, you missed what? Yes. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I thought you were somewhere else. You look so much like my fiance. She died last week. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do I really look like her? Oh, yes. Spitting image for a moment there. I was lost in a dream. For that one moment, I forgot that she was dead and almost felt happy again. Oh, you poor, poor man. All right, we've got the sympathy going. Please allow me to apologize. How about dinner? I have some time. Oh, dear. What to do? Just a little more. You see, I have an appointment, and why don't you cancel it? Well, yes, I guess I will. Gillian, what do you want, Metal? I need a word with you. What in the world do you want? Oh, this woman appears female. I scanned her and discovered that she is really a he. He is wearing very convincing makeup and clothing. Yeah. Oh. You can't scan civilians without a warrant, can you? Very observant of you, Gillian. That's correct. I was lying. Lying? Why, you little... Don't get upset. Calm down. This is all part of a navigator's job. That's it. I'm going to get her. It's time to bring out heavy artillery. Gillian, oh. Excuse me, but I'm a junker. A junker? What in the world's that? You probably heard the rumors that snatchers sometimes appear in this area. Oh my, that's frightening. It is now, but don't worry. I'll protect you. Oh, that's okay. I'll be all right. Now, please don't resist. It's my job. I'll be fine by myself. That's what everybody thinks. You don't seem to understand. I'll be all right. Why is that? Because I've already been snatched. Gillian, watch out. Are we fighting? Are we fighting? Are we fighting? Is something happening? Gillian, please wake up. Don't lie around in a place like that. Huh? Oh, a dream. Thank goodness. What? We should hurry and resume our investigation. What the freaking heck? That reminds me, let me save, because I just started freaking out thinking I haven't saved a single time since we started playing tonight. So let's do that. More freaking dreams, exactly. Let's continue the game. Dadgummit. Very clearly, I think we missed something else that Napoleon is supposed to tell us. All right. Let's call this fool again. Get him to come out of his hidey hole. Frick, that's not what a guy wanted. I didn't get into the turbo cycle just to exit the turbo cycle. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Yada-da-da-da-da-da-doo. Skidda-da-da-skid-dooby-doo. And let's go to Gillian's apartment because it's a nice view. Let's exit the turbo cycle so that we can call a guy. And Let's do this, and then we're going to do that. Although, there was that other number we got. Let's see. 55. Okay. Easy. Hi, I'm Christy. What's your name, honey? Oh, no. John. John what? John Doberman. That's an interesting name. What is it? Fictional. What did you say? I said it's Phoenician. Oh, come on. What's your real name? It's Gillian. Oh, yeah? How did you finally get off that island? Ha! No, I said Gillian. I'm just teasing you, honey. So what did you call for? Conversation. Oh, come on, little buddy. You know you didn't call for a conversation. You should at least be honest with yourself. Well, I suppose you're right about that. Sure I am. If you are honest with yourself, you'll lose touch with reality. Wow, that's pretty profound. By the way, what do you look like? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, what is happening in this video game right now? I'd probably say some gulp or something. If you said, I'd probably counter with, oh, I wish you were here right now. Is that right? What is going on? We're getting a little too risque here. You know what I'm saying? I mean that I would rather perform tonal surgery on myself than be. I'm so glad we had this conversation. It sounded like you needed to take a reality check. Bye now. Better luck with Marianne. Toenail surgery. Woof. Okay, let's call Napoleon again. Dadgummit. There we go. Wait, what? 393939. What do you want? More information? That's right. I need your help. Why don't we get the password out of the way? The 100-day reign. Rain. Boom.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
All the way to the top. All the way to the top. Love that. Wise words. Some of the wisest words of all time, I believe, maybe, possibly. Crazy. Actually crazy. Okay. This time, we... Wait. Oh, we can... All right, now we're going to Outer Heaven. But we can't do anything here because we need to go to the store first. Maybe we're right at Outer Heaven. Let's just take a gander. Let's just take a little look-see. On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you. Don't mind if I do. Let's look at you. Let's look at you. He's wearing a Wolfman mask. Looks like a movie set or something. Let's look at the poster. It's a famous actress, otherwise known as the Marilyn Monroe of the 21st century. She's here. Wow. I can't believe we can meet her. She's almost never seen in public. Let's look at that. Let's look at the sign. The sign says Masquerade Hour now in progress. This meaning we need a freaking mask. This is the most lively nightlife district in Neo-Kobe. Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's an extensive makeup job. This doesn't come off easily. It's a 200-degree holographic poster of Isabella Velvet. I would really like to have one. Would you now? It says, during Masquerade Hour, our patrons are requested to conceal themselves with masks or makeup. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please consult our staff for any questions you may have. There are numerous shops selling adult merchandise on both sides of the street. Of course there are. You don't want to bother with those other places. They're sheer boredom compared to outer heaven. After all, we can offer things that those other places can't. You mean illegal activities? Well, some people may use that terminology, but... let's see. Let's ask about Plato's Cavern. We've got a special arrangement with Plato's Cavern. If you don't buy one of their masks, I'm afraid you can't get in. I'm afraid we don't let those types in. We have to maintain a certain degree of class, you know. We've been seeing a lot of imitations lately. It's a big problem for us, you know. Normally, only our staff wear this elaborate makeup. During Masquerade Hour, we have all of our customers dress up as well. Our staff's makeup is done by that famous special effects shop, Institutional Images and Wizardry. In order to have our customers participate in Masquerade Hour, we require our customers to use Plato's Cavern masks. Isabella, that's the real Isabella. You don't get very many chances to see such a famous actress in person, you know. Let's talk about Plato's Cavern again. Location of store. Come on, you must have seen the commercials for Plato's Cavern. I'm quite sure that the phone number for that place is public information. Why don't you just call them and ask? If you go to Alton Plaza or other night spots, there's a lot of... oh my goodness gracious. Why we be sneezing? Why we be sneezing? I have to be careful when I say this, but our buffalo's the best in the world. It's the genuine wild thing. No genetic manipulation. About Gibson. Who are you talking about? Okay. Okay, so... okay, so we need to... go back to the plaza, and I'm assuming sit there and wait for an ad to go to show up on the ad board, whatever, and then investigate it when that happens so that we can get the phone number. Seems like a solid plan to me, I believe. We've arrived at Alton Plaza. Let's exit our freaking turbo cycle. Okay. Okay, so we're going to sit here. And I guess we're just going to wait for this thing to say something. Or do I look? There are many advertising careful observation that can reveal interesting things sometimes. Oh, it says it there. 691170. 691170. 691170. Okay, look at that. Look at that. We did something. Konami. We can actually call Konami 345678. Let's call Konami first. Priorities, man. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is Miss Hayasaka at Konami, thanks for your continued support. Finally, Konami's famous Snatcher will be released worldwide. We're so happy that Konami fans and fanatics will now be able to play this game. Although the characters in this game are all fictitious, after playing the game, I really felt that I knew the characters as real people. Also, this is the first game I've ever played that continually gave me strong feelings, just like watching a great movie. Gillian Seed, a man without memories, the romance of all the beautiful women around him. Also, that enigmatic bounty hunter, random. Random Hagil. And who could ever forget Gillian's sidekick Metal Gear? I felt sad when things went bad for the characters, and I also learned many things about love and friendships. I'm sure everyone has seen a movie, read a book, or heard music that stays with you and that you will never forget. Snatcher is that type of work. I hope it is for you too. I'm very grateful that I was able to meet all of you in this game, and I want to continue helping to bring you exciting and moving software, so keep rooting for us. Bye-bye now. Be breaking fourth walls there. I like how they're trying to sell you a game you're already playing. Exactly. Okay, let's call the store. 69 nice 1170. Oh. Audio only. No doubt it's because they are involved in the black market. Hang up. About store. Everything available at the best prices anywhere and no ID required. That's our motto here at Plato's Cavern. And there's none of that dark atmosphere that you find at so many other black market shops. Oh no, don't hang up. Let's try that again. 6 9 1 1 7 0. Goodness gracious. Yes, thank you for calling. We're going to ask the location. Where's Plato's Cavern? We're located on 5th Street in the Sanomiya K district. Everything in that area is part of our organization. Bye. Thank you very much. Look forward to serving you. All right, so let's hurl our body parts into our turbo cycle so that we can get to where we need to be. Hopefully Napoleon is not going to be all up in our face parts. Yeah, get out of here. Didn't want to talk to you again anyway. Okay. Okay, now boarding the turbo cycle, we're going to go to Plato's Cavern. All right, now heading to Plato's Cavern. Yada-da-da-da-da-da-da. I might have Jingle Bells stuck in my head for the rest of the evening. I'm not really sure what to tell you. We've arrived at Plato's Cavern. And let's emerge, shall we? Ah, it's that logo. I get it. It's more like a small city than one store. Everything in this area appears to be part of Plato's Cavern. Let's give it a sniff. Smells good. That scent is coming from the food vendors. Smells good, doesn't it? Let's look around. Let's look at the nearby people. The whole place is crawling with rather questionable types. Mark, that's the logo for Plato's Cavern. A black market with billboards. They're pretty daring. It's one of those unwritten understandings. Some people seem to be engaged in barter. All right. Let's investigate some nearby people, shall we? Everybody who cannot get a permit is here. Apparently money is all you need to make a purchase. Let's investigate the mark. Is it my imagination, or does that look something like the Konami logo? They're all probably under the same management. Interesting. area. It's a collection of black market shops lining the streets. It's like a commune. Hey, get out of the way. Don't just stand there in the middle of the road. Ouch. Food stand. There are a lot of food stands. Okay. Move. Enter store. Metal, let's try that store over there. Wait for me. Okay. This looks like quite the location. We're inside Plato's Cavern. May I help you? Okay. Let's look around. Inside, let's just look at the store. My goodness, they really do have quite a selection. One can probably find anything here. Let's look at the employee. Given the fact that most customers are keeping their faces concealed, it would appear that they don't want to be seen here. Well, it is a black market. If somebody photographed them or something, they could get in trouble. Why can't an officer of the law just walk up into this place? Question mark. Let's look at the customers. Let's just take a gander. It's a real melting pot of races here. Okay, great. It's a very diverse store. Let's look at the products. From cradles to graves, they sell everything here. Interesting. Let's look at the wall. Oh my, they have those special full face masks here. That's what we need. We need a full face mask. Okay. So let's do some investigation. Let's investigate the store. Let's feel around a little bit. It will take all year to try to completely investigate this place. Noted. Let's investigate the employee. He really seems to be on his guard. He may have a concealed weapon. Perhaps we should not search him. Let's investigate some customers. All the customers seem to be rather suspicious types. I don't think investigating them will do any good. Let's investigate some products. Even high-class luxury items are available, but they are being sold at about half the price of the legitimate shops. Let's investigate the masks. These masks were designed and crafted by the famous makeup effects artist Rick Bakery. They are formed using precision laser tools. What do you think? I bet you'd love this. Okay. Let's ask. Let's just start asking stuff. PC68. Let's talk about that. Do you sell those model PC68 personal computers? No, not anymore. We had a few of those years ago, but they're long gone. All those weird collector guys bought them up. I bet our friend, Mr. Gibson, bought one. Who's this guy? Okay. Let's ask about Plato's Cavern. Well, this is the place. So the place next door and the one next to that. The whole area is under one management. Roger that. Let's ask about buffalo cuisine. Hey, we got some weird stuff in here, but we don't do buffalo. It's against international law. Let's talk about Outer Heaven. Where'd you get that? Well, you know. Really? Well, you know your stuff. Outer Heaven is that really hot masquerade club. These full-face masks of ours are sold under an exclusive arrangement with Outer Heaven, you know. During the masquerade time, you have to have one of our masks on, or you can't get in. Okay. I would like to buy said mask. I would like to buy happiness first. Hey, you can't buy that with money, you know. All right. Are there any things I can show? I have money. Hey, cash. We love cash-paying customers. If you got that much on you, there's nothing here you can't afford. I want mask. Give mask. Investigate mask. They are made from special forms of rubber and polyurethane. These are limited production replicas, you know. Pass it up now, and you'll never get a second chance. Thank you for visiting our store today here at Plato's Cavern. I want mask. No, I don't want happiness. I want mask. Ask. No. No, not that. Let me just look at mask. Look, they have massive Egyptian mummies and those Easter Island faces as well. They seem to be very well made. You've got an eye for fine art, my friend. Those are our pride and joy, our special full face masks. I'm afraid that's all we have left. I buy mask. A full face mask, eh? Which one will it be? They're all so good. Handmade by Rick Bakery himself, you know? I kind of want the Easter Island mask. That'll be 1,500 credits, please. Did I buy it? Oh, I guess I have to go in here. Use. Oh. Let's try this thing on. There we go. Just your size. It looks great on you. It's not even stuffy in here. Has great air circulation. Gillian, please don't wear that here. It looks bad. Hey, lay off me, will ya? I like this thing. All right. I think we are equipped. We are equipped for the mission at hand. No. We've left the store. What's wrong? Look, a monster. What's his problem? Hey, it's one of those Easter Island faces. Everybody's looking at me. Gillian, you still got the mask on. Oops, you're right. Please get a grip on yourself. Sorry about that. There we go. Now it's off. Let's do a little savey save here. A little savey McSaverson. Yep. Just like that. Boom shakalaka. Cool. Yes, I will continue playing. But first, cyberspace, I'm going to take a very quick break here. I have a cat that's sitting here in front of me, screaming at me, begging me for food. So, yeah, I'm going to go do that. So, BRB, don't nobody go nowhere. We just heard this song. How about that? Okay.
Never, 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 never quit. Winners never quit and quitters never win. I learned that at WrestleMania 9. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why Winamp was insistent on playing the same songs that were played earlier. But here we are. Okay, we need to go to Outer Heaven. What is going on, Super Ducky? How is it going on this day of the week? I still absolutely love the Speed Jungle cover. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun doing that one. I wasn't sure how that one was going to turn out when I started on it, but I especially like the breakdown section in that. I don't mean to toot my own horn. But I definitely like the breakdown in that song. I had this vision. That song came out during a period of time where, if you watch the videos that came out around then, there were a handful of them where a breakdown would happen and Rod would just be like, not really like playing anything, just like slamming into the snare drum as hard as he could. And then, inevitably I wanted it to get like more and more out of control. Like, one, he's just like very visibly standing up and hitting the snare drum. And then, I did another one. I can't remember which song it was where Rod jumped off of a ladder in the middle of a breakdown to hit the snare. And I wanted it to just spiral out of control and get like even more excessive, to the point where he's, like jumping out of a tree onto, obviously this would require some doings, but, jump out of a tree to hit the snare drum, and then like jump off of a building to hit the snare drum, and then, jump off the moon to slam into the snare drum. My favorite Rod breakdown was when he was on the ladder. Yes. I appreciate that you appreciate that, Will. All right, let me use my mask. All right, let's try on the Easter Island mask. Oh, that looks great on you. I guess let me just go. Let me just go inside. Table for one, please. Boom! Shakalaka. I like that. I like the footsteps. You hear Gillian's footsteps, and then you also hear you also hear Metal Gear's little footsteps. Okay, so obviously there's stuff going on the stage that that's a thing. But take a little gander at some of the clientele here, right? So we've got we've got, what's his name, Sparkster from Rocket Knight Adventures there over to the right. That's pretty cool. This game's full of Easter eggs, and I love that. We played Rocket Knight Adventures a few years ago. I still have yet to beat that. I really want to give that another go. And then we got our Contra boys there on the front row up there. Love that. I don't know who that is next to the Contra guys in the middle with the spiky hair. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure who that is up to the left over there, but we got some Castlevania action here in the front there. So that's pretty cool. At least I'm assuming. Probably that's what that is. But anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Appreciate little Easter eggs like that. All right. Let's look around. Let's look inside the club. The other customers are all dressed up in various costumes. It appears to be showtime now. Here's the guy over behind the counter. He appears to be the manager of the place. So that's cool because it's like a costume party or whatever. Everybody just happens to be dressed up as Konami characters. Which I appreciate. I appreciate that all the little Easter eggs in this game, they're not just kind of there. It's not just like a bunch of junk thrown out there, like fan servicey kind of stuff or whatever. It's like it actually is there for a reason, and I appreciate that. All right, look at the customers. Everyone's dressed up as a character from a classic late 20th century video game. The people who run this place must really be into old time nostalgia. Appreciate that. Savor the moment, Gillian. Her dancing is really something special. I see. You weren't kidding, were you? Okay. Let's investigate inside the club. Oh, other than us, the clientele here looks a little rough. Other than us, though, obviously. Goemon. Oh, I didn't realize Goemon was a Konami character. That's pretty cool. I don't know who Ueda? I don't know who Ueda is. I guess that is over to the left in the back. Watch it. What's your problem? Unfortunately, we couldn't learn anything. Let's investigate Goemon. Watch it. What's your problem? Unfortunately, we couldn't learn anything. Let's investigate Mr. Well, hang on. Castlevania Period. Cut that out. What do you think you're doing? Unfortunately, we couldn't learn anything. Oh, Mr. Oh, that's probably the manager or whatever. Right. Okay, so... Oh, that's not a customer. Oh. I didn't even realize they were changing up there. That's pretty funny. I just want to see what Goemon looked like because I missed it. He just kind of spins around. Sure enough, you know, when I first saw him from behind, I thought that did kind of look like Goemon, but I didn't think anything of it. But here we are. Okay. Who are we calling? Let's call the manager. I'll call the manager over. Whoa. Hello, can I help you with something? I just want to know what's going on there with your appearance is I mean, you know, no judgment. I'm assuming it's just a very good, very cool mask. It's impressive. It's very impressive. Okay. Let's look. Let's just look at him. That's one of the characters from Cosmic Debris. I don't know Cosmic Debris. Well, you really know your stuff, don't you? Does anybody know what Cosmic Debris is? Because I don't know. He has some very big thoughts, exactly. Would you mind if I check this out? Do you mind? That's really disturbing. He seems to be built quite well. All right. Let's ask about Gibson. I'm afraid I don't know who that is. Do you have a photograph? Well, of course I don't have a photograph of him wearing whatever mask he was wearing, so... Ask about Isabella. She'll be dancing here through the end of the month. Look, she's at it right now. She's between pictures at the moment, so we had her come dance for us. She's one of the top in the business right now. We're the only club that she'll dance at, you know. Let's ask about the Buffalo. Would you care to try some? It's a really unique flavor. Okay, so let's I guess let's show him some of our junk. So what do we have? We have a scrap of paper that says go look at the house or whatever. We have a key that was the key to the desk drawer. We have a chess piece. What's that? Exactly. And we have a disc, which... Yeah. Did we use the disc? We used the disc, right? Was there something we didn't do? Because every single time we don't go in here... It's really made well. That is a pretty good mask. Pretty good mask. I do appreciate that. Imagine just talking to somebody like this and they just start reaching out and searching you. Like, doesn't seem like the move, TBH. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Okay. Let's order a drink first. Bartender, give me a moonsault, will you? Gulp, gulp. Ah, that really hits the spot. Okay, great. Now let's order some buffalo cuisine. How about bringing us some of that buffalo? Here you are. Buffalo-y. This is great. Waiter, seconds. Here you are. This is really good. Please stop this, Killy. Okay. I'll call Sparkster. Yeah, what do you want? Oh, boy. All right. Possessions. I don't think there's anything that I can show any of them. Nope, I don't know him. Nope. Okay. This isn't working. It doesn't appear we'll be able to get anything worthwhile. Okay. Let us call Goemon. Okay. And we are going to ask... Did you watch Gamescom from a couple hours ago? I did not. I haven't really been following that. So what was something cool announced? I actually had no idea that happened. All right, go on. Okay. Let's call Contra. I'll call the Contra guy. Always announced. Biggest thing I can remember is they showed off more for the new Mega Man. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I did see one thing that was announced actually today. I did not connect the dots. I didn't realize that was today, but I'm subscribed to like the Commodore newsletter, and they're releasing a Cyberpunk 2077 themed Commodore 64 system. And they said it was going to be it'd be available to check out on the Gamescom show floor, and I didn't think anything of it, but so that makes sense that was today. It actually looks pretty cool. I mean, it's themed very similar like those the Xbox One systems that came out and the controllers that had that like Cyberpunk 2077 look to them. So I didn't see anything else about it other than that, but I thought it looked pretty cool. I still like my translucent one with the lights and stuff, so I will not be getting it, but thought that was random and cool. Why did I just freaking do that? That was not the move. That was not the maneuver. It appears that we have been thrown out. Sorry, but we have to maintain an atmosphere in which our customers can relax, you know. I'm sorry. I was a bit rash. Will you let me in now, please? We need to wait for things to settle down. Frick. No. Freaking heck. I'm so distracted by the Commodore 64. Okay, let's just go back to Plato's Cavern, and then we'll be back soon. We'll be back very shortly. Everything will be fine here. Zero problems to be had. We have arrived. Exiting. Look at that. Great. Let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Enter the turbo cycle. Yeah, I did sign up for, you know, now that I think about it, I have seen like a bunch of like random video game news pop up today. I got an email about signing up for the new, like a trial or whatever, like an early access of the new Crazy Taxi. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool to check that out. I freaking love Crazy Taxi, so looking forward to that. Okay. Exit. My brain is reading things very, very weird today. This is Outer Heaven. What, you again? I'm very sorry, but the manager has told me not to let you in the club. Like I said, they're still upset over that little incident. There's nothing we can do here, Gillian. Let's go. Oh my goodness gracious. I think it's an open network test for online. Yes, I do believe that is what it is. Holy shnikes, what all do I have to do to freaking reset this? I wonder if I can go buy the other mask. And I just really appreciate that they used the All I Want, the Offspring song in the original trailer. Like, that makes Crazy Taxi for me. Like, it would not be Crazy Taxi otherwise. Okay. Move. Enter store. I wonder if I have enough money to buy this other mask. I actually want to buy another one. But you already have one. That's right. How about a Santa Claus outfit? We're moving a lot of these right now. 'Tis the season, you know. A Santa suit? Don't need one of those. Mummy mask is the only one left. I really want the mummy mask, but you already have one. Wait, toy? What was that? Well, I guess I can't buy the second mask. Oh well. Oh well. See, I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like a timer. It's like depends on how long, you know, you have to wait, like literally wait like 15 minutes or something stupid. Or if it's dependent on like how many like actions you do here. I'm halfway tempted to just load the save file, but I don't know. I feel like this game would be worthy of a remake, 100%. Although at the same time, I think like so much of the charm of this game is the pixel art, you know. But it would be cool as some kind of like re-release or something like that. I could see them doing something cool with it. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows if that would actually happen because of the relationship with you know, Konami and Hideo Kojima and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's go back and see if they'll let us in. Okay. That was a game that came out a few years back. I can't remember what it's called. It was a game very similar, like styled very similar to this. It was like an indie game. Now I can't remember. Something 2099 or something like that. Okay. I'd not played it, but it had the vibes. All right. I'm not about to wander around here forever. So, let's do a little restart here. And get back into that. I think I know what you're talking about. I also can't remember that. Yeah, I cannot remember what that game is called. Something 2099 or something like that. Okay. Let's try this again. Boom. Cyberpunk Adventure. It's just very misleading that you have to select quit in order to actually load the save file. Okay. We just got the mask? Yes. Okay, good. Enter turbo cycle. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, we are going to go to Outer Heaven. Man, what is that freaking game called? Let's see. Recent indie game. Cyberpunk. Snatcher inspired. Point and click. Okay. This is Outer Heaven. Welcome back to Outer Heaven. Let us use our mask. There's another. Oh, this isn't what I was thinking of, but there's another one called Valhalla, VA11 Hall -A. I think that's the one. It's like a cyberpunk style game, but you play as like a bartender, and I don't really know exactly what you do in that game other than you play as a bartender and I don't know if you're like solving something or whatever, but you play as a bartender and you have to remember how to make drinks, but you're also having conversations with people. So yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's roll on in there. Okay. So I don't know if I order. They haven't come to take our order. Here you are. Buffalo. Okay, so we cut right to the chase there. We got to look around the room, though. I like, though, that it's just a very interesting way that you interact with games like this, because you have to, you can't just like walk into a room and do something. Like, you, even if you know what to do, like, you actually have to look around the room and take in, you know, everything that's happening and investigate things. I'm going to try to not show my police identification this time around. Watch it. What's your problem? Unfortunately, we couldn't learn anything. Wow, they straight up... He turns his head all the way around. That's kind of scary. Okay. Can I order another beverage? Can I order more buffalo? The manager is your server? Okay. Call customers. We already did all this. Lethal enforcers. Okay. That's funny. That's a deep cut. Let's look at him. No. We're not gonna. Oh. I don't understand that hard stuff. So can I show... who knows, man? I mean, I'm pretty sure that means I need to search Gibson's own house. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. I wonder if I should be showing every single one of them all these different things. But I don't think... Okay, get out of here. We're done with you. This isn't working. It doesn't appear that we'll be able to get anything worthwhile. I wonder if that means that questioning each of the customers is not the move. So... I'll call Isabella. Hey, Isabella, over here. Everyone was quite upset about that. Hi there, boys. I'm Isabella Velvet. Is there something I can do for you? An Easter Island statue and a robot? Okay. Okay. It appears we're getting somewhere here. I appreciate that she blinks. I don't know why. I appreciate the little details. I appreciate the details. Okay, let's look at the area first. Now, don't you let those eyes wander with someone as gorgeous as me standing. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's just straight up. Yep. Okay, back to business here. I'll investigate her. No, I think it's best if I handle it. I can manage by myself. What's wrong? Aren't you going? What is happening? Okay. Do something. Ask out on a date. Ask for an autograph. Could I have your autograph? My autograph? Well, let's see. I don't have anything to write with. Oh, how about this? Whoa. Ah, I saw that. I'm telling you. Okay, let's talk about things. Isabel, would you mind giving me your phone number? What? Let's talk about Gibson. I don't know who you're talking about. Do you have a picture or something? A picture? Yes, a picture. You have a photo of Gene, right? There's a photo of Gene at his home. Mother of pearl, we're going to have to go to his freaking house. Future projects? That's right. You know I have a new holographic movie that starts shooting next month, and I have to start studying my lines. So, what kind of men do you like? Let's see. Somebody really masculine who you can depend on. You know, the kind of guy who grabs you and says, "Come on, baby, follow me." Okay. I think we need to go to Gibson's house. Assuming we can get in. Let's do a little savey save here. Save. Okay. All right, so I don't think there's anything else that I can do here. Although, you know, I really don't think any of this stuff does what it needs to do. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's go to Gibson's house. Let's do that. I didn't make anybody mad this time around, so that's good. 5,000 credits. You're not actually planning on writing this off as a business expense, are you? Of course I am. You got a problem with it? No, but if the chief finds out about this, okay, that's 5,000 exactly. Thank you. Okay, all right. Going home. As a matter of fact, no, I am going to my dead coworker's home. Okay. So let's see what happens here. I wonder if we could have done that before. We've been all over HQ. There are no keys or anything like that. Yeah, so we've arrived at Gene Jack Gibson's house. Let's check it out. Let's look around. This is the home that Gene was so proud of. Let's look at the window. It does not appear to be auto tint glass. The interior is clearly visible. The lots are zoned rather large out here. The next door neighbors are a good distance away. Okay. The door on the front is the main entrance. There does not appear to be a doorbell. Of course not. How about if we knock? Let's just look at the window. The window is securely sealed. The glass appears to be type of reinforced type. It is a quite high-class neighborhood. There does not seem to be anyone around. Copy that. Okay, so let's it's built as a replica of a classic wood-constructed house. Oh, knock. Katrina, are you in there? Who is it? Let's talk about this. You're Katrina, right? I'm a junker. I started down at Junker headquarters. My name's Gillian Seed. I'm pretty sure the chief would have let her know. Really? Are you really a junker? If you are, then show me some proof. Proof? Your junker ID, of course. Obv. Show. Well, it looks genuine to me. I can't trust you with just that. Tell me how old my father is. If you're a real junker, you'd know that. Oh, motherless. Oh, you're going to make me go all the way back to HQ. All the way back to HQ so I can look up. He was in his 50s, I think. Frick.
Boom shakalaka!
Right? Right? I still don't have to trust you. Now I'm going to ask you something about myself. Oh, great. She knows that as a junker, you should have access to Alpha 1. You saw her data on Jordan, a week ago. I have a unique mark on my body. What type of mark is it? Input your answer and select start button. I remember seeing that in the record and thinking, man, that sounds important. The rod ladder breakdown. That's so impressive, Will. What? How? The hot wind blowing at 2:54. Okay, that's wild. How many of those did you have to watch to find that? Man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna cheat, but I want to see. Let's see. This playthrough that I was watching. They went through and watched a lot of the like character profiles and stuff. Okay. A heart-shaped birthmark. I've been watching and scanning your videos nonstop since we talked about that. Good grief. Well, I appreciate the views, Will. As always. So congrats on getting so many more views tonight. I hope that triggers Alden great. One can only hope. One can only hope. Heart. Fungus. Dadgummit. Heart-shaped. It should be something like this. What? Did I spell that wrong? Maybe there's no dash. Heart. It is, Will, it is in fact 920. Heart-shaped. What? All right, Will. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a fantastic... Oh, and I appreciate you watching every video that I've made tonight. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and a fantastic rest of your week. And we will see you very, very, very soon in this corner of cyberspace land. See, the thing that sucks about this is, yeah, let's try heart shape. What type of what type of mark do I have on my body? What do you want from me? I did heart-shaped birthmark. What type of mark do I have on birth? Maybe heart? Let's try heart. It's something like that. I feel like if you're going to make your game able to accept free text input like that, you should accept a few different flavors of that answer, right? So we tried... Let's just try birthmark. Or birth. No. Okay, let's try... Heart shape. Heart. Have we already tried that? Heart. Heart shape. Okay, I'm cheating. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. Maybe it should be birthmark. Let's try that. Let's just try that. I don't know what the heck else it could be. Birth mark. Is birthmark one word or is it two? Ah, all right, we were ahead of the chase there. Heart. Boom. Okay, that's right. And finally, where is his birthmark located? In inner thigh. Well, that's pretty embarrassing, but at least I know you're the real thing. Wait a minute. I'll open the door. All right.
I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry, Katrina. It's my fault your father's dead.
Gillian.
No, if I could have gotten there just a little sooner, your father might still be alive. Katrina, that's... Do you think you'll be all right by yourself? Katrina, are you sure? Okay, Katrina, you're probably right. I'll appreciate any help you can give me on this investigation.
Okay. Literally just give me a photo of your father. I didn't really talk much with my dad lately. He was always so busy investigating stuff. I cooped up in that study. Let's just look around first. How about we do that? Abundant natural resources. No wonder she's working as a model. Oh my god. Look around the room. There are antiques everywhere. That's cool. I feel like, you know, this would be the kind of 55-year-old man that I would be in the future, just like surrounded by antique retro technology and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. All these are quite impressive pieces. Our house is full of this stuff. Dad kept buying things long after we were out of places to put them. Okay. Let's investigate a room. He's paid a lot of attention to the decor and layout of the place. Pretty stupid since there were only 2 of us here, huh? None of these items are replicas. They're all genuine antiques. None of this stuff is really valuable. He said it was all used. Okay. Was there anywhere else to go here? We can go in the study. We're not going to do that just yet. Do something. I'm sure all this is quite a shock for you. Don't worry. I'm here for you anytime you can lean on me. Oh, Gillian, spare us, please. Thank you. You're really a nice man, Gillian. Wipe away your tears. Here, let me wipe your tears. Gillian, I saw you blow your nose into that handkerchief. Shut up. Thanks, Gillian. Persuade. Are you... Oh, my freaking... Let's see. So we need... Ask about Katrina. Me, I'm just a spoiled bride who never cared about her parents. Woof. Let's ask about Outer Heaven. Have you ever heard of a place called Outer Heaven? Apparently, it's the only place in the city that serves buffalo. We found buffalo in your dad's stomach. That's the first I've ever heard of my dad going to a place like that. He must have had some good reason. Gillian was the only one who ate any. Gillian was the only one who ate any. Just Gillian. Gillian, you ate buffalo? You barbarian, you're so cruel. Katrina, settle down. It was a joke. Just a joke. Really, thank goodness. Let's ask about Napoleon. I can't believe my dad. I can't believe my dad used informers. Plato's Cavern. Isn't that the black market? My dad used to go there a lot. He said he could usually find some rare antiques there. PC68. A computer? There's one in my dad's study. Aha! We can go put the floppy disk in there. I'm willing to bet. Let's go to the study. Do you mind if I take a look in your study? Go ahead. This is Gibson's study. This is my dad's study. I haven't touched a thing. It's just the way he left it before he died. Okay. Let's look around. Place I'm used to being looked at, but it's always through a camera. What the freaking heck? Now let's look around the room. Everything's neat and tidy, just like Gene. Wait! There's a personal computer here. You can see the garden from here. A garden, wow. His own house with a garden and everything. Yeah, but it faces north and it's really quite small. Chessboard. Is a chess set. The pieces are neatly arranged. My dad really liked chess, but he always seemed disappointed because I couldn't play. And, well, we have a chess piece. We currently have a chess piece, so maybe that does something. This is a model PC68 Genesis. These have not been manufactured for nearly 50 years. My father was always using it. Some junk shop gave it to him, and he fixed it up. Okay. So, let's investigate our disc. That's a 5-inch floppy disk. Well, ask about PC68. This is my dad's program. He sort of used it like a diary. Move. Look, computer. This is do something. No. Let's see. If I were to show chess piece. Wow, that's my dad's. Where'd you find it? Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to put it back in my pocket, apparently. Okay. Probably none of this stuff is going to do anything. That's my dad's handwriting. He was always leaving memos all over the place. Search the house. I wonder... So that was his handwriting. I wonder if that means search his house. Let's look at the desk. There's a bottle, a photograph, and a chessboard on the shelf. Let's investigate the bottle. Now analyzing. It is a sunscreen. It's the standard type designed to block ultraviolet rays. There's a sticker on the bottle. This is probably from the place where it was bought. It says the store with everything. Plato's Cavern. Of course. Plato's Cavern. Now we know the connection. Photo. This picture seems to be a few years old. Gene looks rather young. Can we have picture? Probably not. Look at the chessboard. The black queen is missing. The queen is missing. The design of the set matches that of the piece we found in Gene's code. That piece I've got definitely goes to this set. Do I do something with said piece? I believe the one which goes next to the king. It was taken from the chess set at Gene's house. What could it mean? Gene really liked puzzles. This must have some secret meaning. Okay. You can see the garden from here. Let's see. Can we go backyard garden? May I take a look at the garden? It's really small. There's nothing in it. Watch out for Alice, okay? Alice. Oh, the dog. I was like, who is Alice? What's going on, Paul? Welcome back. Let's see. So we I'm not sure where you hopped in, but I signed up for a solid 5 minutes. Were we just going to put a floppy disk in a PC? We were, but that was not an option. So we will return to that momentarily, I believe. I think. We'll see. So what have we done tonight so far? We found the restaurant that serves buffalo meat. And we had to, and it's like a masquerade thing. It's like a masquerade club. And so you have to wear a mask to enter. So we had to go to a store that sells face, like masks, like costumes and stuff like that. So we bought like an Easter Island statue mask, put that on so that we could enter the club. And then we talked with a bunch of people there. We're still trying to figure out, like what the heck's going on. Talked with a bunch of people there. Talked to this one girl, and she was asking if we had a photo of Gibson, the guy who died before getting kicked out. Yes, Super Ducky. Yes. I left that minor detail out. And so we have just gone to Gibson's house, guy who died, where his daughter is, in hopes to find a photo of him that we can take back to the club to show her. And we are in his backyard right now. This is the garden. Let's just look at the backyard. The dog is a purebred Doberman. It's the most popular breed in Neo Kobe after Golden Retrievers. Guard dogs have become more popular since the Snatcher problem started, right? Yes, until then, more cuddly breeds were popular. It's like the bush. Somebody has really been taking care of this place. I know nothing. I show nothing on my sensors. Let's look at the shadows. There aren't many streetlights here. I can't really see much. I show nothing on my sensors. Let's investigate Alice. I really am not very good with dogs, Let's investigate the bush. Ouch, there's thorns in there. Those plants have been genetically altered to have razor-sharp thorns for use in security. Nice. They're frequently used in upper-class residential neighborhoods. Interesting. Preventing crime with plants. And let's look at the shadows. It's so dark I can barely see anything. I do not see anything unusual. Okay, there was nothing else to do there, it seems. This is Gibson's study. Okay. Oh, there we go. Katrina, do you mind if I borrow this picture for a few days? No, go right ahead. Great. We should show this to Isabella. I have stored Jean's picture. Great. All right. Is there anything else that we should do in here? I feel like we should be inserting a floppy disk, but it is a 5-inch floppy drive installed. 5-inch, huh? Well, that disk must be for this machine. Okay, I didn't do all the things. See, this is what happens. It's like if you don't do the right number of look and investigate, then you don't get the right options, and then you can't do the thing. It's interesting because it's like you're not. It's like you're processing the thoughts via the options that you're selecting, right? So I walk in the room, I see the computer, and I immediately think, oh, I can just put this floppy disk in there. But the game wants you to unpack that sequence of thoughts. So literally, look at the computer, investigate the computer, determine that it has a floppy drive. Oh, I can put the floppy disk in there. So, yeah. Okay. Possessions. Use disk. Let's turn this PC-68 on and see if we can read the disk. So the house in that search the house was referring to Gibson's house. And that exclamation point was not an exclamation point at all. It was a symbol for the 5-inch floppy disk. Okay, look closely. The pattern matches the read-write holes on the disk. He even drew a little dot to represent the index hole. In other words, it meant to put the disk in the PC-68 at his house. No doubt Gene was worried that something might happen to him, and he prepared the disk for just such an emergency. I mean, to be fair, if you have a freaking, like, you want to be, like, really cryptic in what you're doing, right? And you have a 5-inch floppy disk, you're going to have to, even right now, IRL, you're going to have to go to a very specific place to be able to read that. I don't even have a 5-inch floppy drive. I actually did for a while. I had a Commodore 64 5-inch floppy drive, but it was just very cumbersome compared to, literally playing games off of a small flash drive. So, okay, the machine is reading the disk. Here it is. Mm. So that's it. And he found their weak point, and no doubt Gene was killed because they learned that he had found their hospital. See, okay, so when I originally played this game, that all the little lore details in there, that was like the first thing that like really blew my mind. Like, I think that's such a cool detail that the Snatchers basically behave like vampires. They're not really like out in the sun or whatever, because their skin is, their artificial skin is so sensitive that rather than, you know, getting sunburned while being out in the sun, they literally like get skin cancer very, very easily and quickly. So so that's why they're kind of like always, you know, moving underground and in the shadows and whatever, and not going outside. So I thought that was an insanely cool detail. The background music is making it sound like something really bad is about to happen. Yeah, this one particular track is it's a very ominous sounding track. Okay. Now I'm wondering why we have sunscreen in here. Is that just part of an investigation, or should we be concerned about Katrina? You know what I'm saying? I always like stories that add some sort of scientific explanation for this stuff and not something silly like their skin will melt. Right. I feel like that is one of the biggest things that I love about this game is it's like everything that's happening and all the different things that you experience, it's like there's a reason for it. It's like it's not just like some kind of simple plot device or whatever. It's like I feel like the story and the details in the story are very well thought out. Okay. It still full appears to be new. So this is the sunscreen that Gibson was talking about. Is it okay if we take this? Go right ahead.
What's wrong with Alice? Is there something out there?
This is the garden. She seems frightened of something. So let's look at the bush. The thicket over there is moving. You don't say. Let's just look at the shadows. I'm getting some interference from the street lights. My sensors are not at full capacity. We should calm Alice. What's the matter, Alice? Is something out there? Okay. Dogs hate navigators. Please understand. All right. Something is hiding in the thicket. I read motion. Something is moving.
What? Ah, it's just a crow.
Stupid bird.
Well, there's that. Look at that. This is Gibson's study. Don't worry. It was just a raven. Oh, really? Okay, so I took the sunscreen. I took the photo. I'm still just wondering. There's nothing that I need to do. Nothing that I need to do with the chess piece. I vaguely remember the reason for the chess piece, but I don't want to say it until we get to that point. I think I remember what the chess piece is for, but it's interesting that it's the chess piece is from the chess sets that's there in his study. So okay, oh, do you have to leave already? Will you please come back again sometime? I'll be waiting for you.
Let me give you my address and video phone number. Give me a call if anything comes up.
Copy that. Okay, let us go back to Outer Heaven, and then we are going to show our dancer friend this photo of our other friend, Mr. Gibson. Which the only thing is, I don't know. Maybe when Gibson was there, they weren't doing the masquerade thing, so he didn't have to wear masks. So I don't know, whatever. Okay. Welcome back. Let's put our mask on. Okay. And let's enter. Table for one, baby. Back from dinner. Did you save the day yet? No, Bear Band subscription. I forgot when you left. We found the store that first of all, we found the club that serves the buffalo meat, but we needed a mask to enter it because it's a masquerade night. So we found a store where we bought a mask that we are now wearing. And then we talked to we talked to our dancer friend here. And we were talking to her about Gibson and where, if she remembers seeing him or whatever. She asked if we had a photo. We did not, so we had to go to Gibson's house. And at Gibson's house, we, looked around, whatever. His daughter was there, talked to her for a while. We found a photo of him, so we picked that up. We picked up some sunscreen that we found there, because we were able to use. We have a 5-inch floppy disk that we put into Gibson's computer. It was like an older PC that he had there with a 5-inch floppy drive. So we put that in there, and in there, it said that basically that the Snatchers they behave like vampires. They don't really walk around in the sunlight or anything like that. They like to operate, in the shadows or underground or whatever, because their artificial skin is extremely sensitive to sunlight, and they develop, rather than developing like sunburns, they actually develop like skin cancer very, very easily and quickly. And so they tend to, behave like vampires and wear sunscreen 24/7 whenever they're outside. Yeah. So now we have taken the photo back to the club, and we are about to show it to Isabella here to see if she has anything to say. I might have met him somewhere. No, I can't remember. She seems like she might be able to remember. I was going to give her some money, but, In principle, you're allowed to charge the agency for as much money as is necessary for your investigation. Yeah. Sunscreen. Don't you just hate the strong ultraviolet in the summer? Take a careful look, okay? See, it's so interesting, right? Where you pick an option, you do the thing, and then the person's like, oh, or they say some dismissive something, and then you do it again, you badger them a little bit more, and then they're like, oh wait, would you look at that? This was the guy who got sick after eating buffalo. I remember him. Well. Well, it was just the other day. It wasn't Masquerade hour, so I remember his face pretty clearly. He seemed to be waiting around for one of our regular customers. A regular? He was going out of his way to eat buffalo, then he spat up blood. I was really grossed out. You say he was waiting for someone. Well, I suppose it was more like he was following him. He left as soon as the other guy did. about that man. The thing about eating buffalo feels like a running joke. It has been a very, very core piece of this whole thing. It's just like, it's so interesting that I feel like that's just like such an interesting plot point that you find this guy's dead body and your robot companion investigates, does like a scan on his body and sees that he has freaking rare buffalo meat in his stomach, and then that spawns this whole investigation here that you're doing. It's just like, what? That's like one of the most Hideo Kojima things I could possibly even imagine. It's so odd to me why it's specifically buffalo. But I think the reason why it's buffalo is because it's like, it's a very rare meat. There's like not just any restaurant around here serves that. So, although, I mean, to be fair, they could have, you know, outlawed any kind of meat in the future and used that. But, you know, it is in fact a very Kojima touch indeed. Okay. Would you mind telling me a little about him? I don't know his name, but he was in here all the time, especially when we weren't running Masquerade Hour. Outside of Masquerade Hour, so that means you've seen his face then. Do you remember it? All right, Metal, let's have her come down to headquarters with us. We need to use Jordan and put together a montage. We can't take her to headquarters. Why not? Since she's a famous star, if the media gets hold of the story and starts a fuss, it will impede our investigation. If the Snatchers were to learn what we're up to. What are you mumbling about? This is really a delicate issue. Although inconvenient, we should take down her description and then go back to headquarters to build the montage on our own. Holy shnikes. Ask about that man. Man's activities. He was in here at all different times, so he probably doesn't have a job or work regular hours. Doesn't have a job, doesn't work regular hours. I've only been here for a month, so I don't know anything about what happened before that. Any more about his activities? Okay, no. Man's description. Can you try to remember his distinguishing characters? Okay, Gillian, keep the description in mind. Afterwards, we can use it to get together a montage. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah, what was the overall shape of his face? Bony look. Okay. Bony face. Piercing gaze. Threatening. If I could spell threatening, that'd be nice. Okay. Type of nose. Pointy nose. Thin lips. Thin lips. Piercing, threatening gaze, but no eye color. Exactly. How's he wearing his hair? Hair sounds like a snatcher. Does in fact. Hair naturally flowing towards back of head. Guys, I'm a real detective here. This is serious business. This is my detective notebook. You see that? Oh, Widow's Peak. Widow's Peak. handy dandy little notebook. That's exactly right. Man's age. How old would you say he was? He looked like he was in his 30s. In 30s. Change subject. Thanks very much. You've been quite helpful. Hope you can use this information. Okay. Is that everything we need? Okay. I think that's everything. I'm going to be furious if it's not, and we have to come back here. We did all that. Asked all the questions. Why can't I bail out of this? Whatever. Oh, change subject. Okay. And we don't have anything to show her. We showed her the sunscreen already. Okay. We done here. All right. Now we're going to go back to HQ, which uses information to build a montage of the suspect, and then run it through Jordan to see if there are any matches. You mean like building a composite photograph? It'd be nice if Isabella would come back to headquarters with us. Well, I guess we'll just have to have her take a look at it later. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have to freaking go back to headquarters, generate like a sketch or whatever. And then bring it back to her so she can possibly give us some more information or whatever. So there's that. Into Turbo Cycle. Okay. Oh wow, it's 10 o'clock. Goodness gracious. We boarded the Turbo Cycle. Where would you like to go? We're gonna go Junker HQ. We're gonna wrap up here in a second. Yeah, she's. I don't know. She's just staring into my soul. I don't know what exactly she's wanting from me right now. I don't think she wants to be. No, she does not want to be held. She's like, heck no, leave me alone. We just ate, so it's not that. I'm convinced this cat could have all the freaking wet food in the universe, and she would just keep eating it, and just turn into a freaking blimp and roll away. Okay. This is the reception area. How was your day, Gillian? Are you making any progress in your investigation? As a matter of fact, I wonder how helpful all the stuff about Outer Heaven and the store, all that stuff, talking to the people here, if that's helpful at all, if it would kind of like point you in the direction of something. Do something. Is it in here? Ask computer. In particular, I believe you'll find Jordan's ID. Use Jordan. Create montage. Okay. All right, let's try constructing a montage photograph of the suspect. You can use the scan database command to search for possible matches for me. Okay. Facial shape. Isabella said the guy oh, well, maybe I didn't have to write all this down. Oh, well, okay. Bony face. I mean, 5 probably. I think 5. Okay. Piercing gaze. Holy crap, I can't read my handwriting. Crap. Piercing gaze. I have no clue. Piercing gaze. 6, you could trust me. I was thinking 6 too, actually. Yep. Okay, nose. What kind of nose did Isabella say? Pointy. I guess 1. Nose data 1. Okay. Mouth. Thin lips. Three. That's looking like someone there. His hair naturally flowing towards back of head, widow's peak. So 2. Now searching. The Alpha 1 network will be searched for... Oh, I didn't hit go. No match is located. Maybe the facial shape is wrong. Two? I think the lips were wrong. I wonder... Frick. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, 5 seems like the move. Okay. You think the lips are wrong. The only thing it said was thin lips. I feel like those are the only thin lips here. Two. That's pretty thin. Maybe the Mondo. Think about the description. Dadgummit. Pointy nose. Hair naturally. I think the widow's peak. I think that's correct. Let's just look at all these again. Yeah, that's got to be 6. No questions asked. Also, we know the face is right because it said, I don't think that's right, after we selected the other one. So, this is the only pointy nose. Mouth is thin. Imagine how worse this would be if you didn't have notes. Exactly. Thin. I mean, surely it isn't this one with... Well, I mean, that is a thin mouth. I bet it's not that, though. Hair naturally flowing towards back of head. I mean, I don't know what else it could be other than 2. Because the widow's peak, there's no chance that is it. What is wrong here? I don't know, because... Hang on. I just want to see what he says. Okay, that's weird, because... That... I don't know why he says that just on 2. Maybe that means... Oh, okay, hang on. Maybe that's a hint. That's weird, right? That's the only one where he makes a comment about the way that it looks. So I'm wondering if that means something else here is wrong. Maybe because it's also a bony look and they don't want player to get confused. Maybe. Did I try 5? Yes, 5 was the first one that we tried. All right, Super Ducky, what are we missing here? How close are we? This is the only pointy nose. Literally. Mouth. It's these like facial features look very strange when they're isolated, but then they make sense when they They're put on the face. Is the freaking hairstyle wrong? Is it 4? It's like I don't know what else it could be. Either 2 or 4. Okay, what are we missing here? I just feel like this has to be 5. Kind of crazy looking, but it's weird that he only makes a comment on 2. There's no other eyes that I can see. Yep. Educate us, Super Ducky. What are these eyes here? No other eyes you can see. It's the face shape. Okay, hang on. Let me put the hair back. Okay. It's so strange to me that he doesn't comment on any of the face shapes except for 2. And like something like 3, that does not scream bony to me. That seems completely fine. Like when you say bony face, the only option to me is 5, but also 2 is acceptable. It could be foreshadowing that someone Gillian knows, like that's why he comments on 2. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe. Okay, what are we missing here, Super Doggy? I'm literally just about to pull up the answer to this. This doesn't make any sense to me because I feel like all these things are all these things are the right. It is 3. It's 3. What the heck? Bro, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's like when you say bony, I'm thinking like super skinny looking face. Translation error, maybe. We did it! Good work, Gillian. 2 possible matches for montage photograph. Possibility number 1, probably a match 70%. Ivan Rodriguez, air surfer, amateur, 27 years old. Address 522 South, Atayado. Possibility number 2, probably a match 65%. Displaying data. Freddie Nielsen, taxi driver. No company affiliation, 29 years old. Family, wife Lisa, age 25. I don't know how much of this I need to remember. Not printing. Oh, well, okay. It's a simple 2-dimensional rendering of Jordan's 3-dimensional data, but it should prove useful anyway. Well, we should got their address, and we should page little manifest. One of these men is no doubt the Snatcher who killed Gene. Okay. Almost got him now. Let's go investigate the suspects. All right. I feel like that's a pretty good stopping point. Just go back to the front. Do a little savey save. Save. I vaguely remember that the first time I played this game a few years back, that puzzle stumped me then too. I think for the exact same reason. Okay, so we need to what are we doing? We are going to investigate 2 dudes. Boom. Okay. Well, that was eventful. I feel like we made a lot more progress this week than we did last week. So that was cool. Next week, we will pick right back up where we left off here. Feel like things are going to start getting a little bit more interesting here once we start investigating some of this stuff. One of the longer streams indeed. A guy may or may not have lost track of time. But here we are. But anyway, cyberspace, people of cyberspace, I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening and a fantastic rest of your week. And I will see you 1 week from today for some more MichaelK TV. Deuces.